Hello. Welcome to the You Don't Need 10 platform. Welcome back if you've been here before. If you've been here before, you know that this is the audio recordings of the blog post from youdon'tneed10.com. Today, I'm recording the latest blog post, which is blog post number 139, which was posted to the youdon'tneed10.com website on May 7th of 2024. So this is the latest blog post. And it's Mother's Day week, so it has a mom twist to it, which I would guess most of the blog posts talk about being a mom in some format, since that's essentially why I'm here. If you've been following along, you know that I'm recording the latest blog posts as well as going back in time and recording the old blog posts. Since September of 2021, there's been a new blog post every Tuesday for 139 weeks. So today we're going to talk about the blog post called Mama. I am a mama. I am the mama. I am Paisley's mama. God trusted me with this. Like I said a few weeks ago, these kids are not ours. We do not own them, but we have been entrusted with them to do our best. I'm fierce, and I am unapologetically a lot. If you've come in contact with me as a mama bear, you know this, especially when it comes to Paisley. You may be interested to know that some days I need the serenity prayer. If you know the serenity prayer, you know that it is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Some days I also cry in my closet, on the phone, with my friend, or I cuddle on the couch with my dog and take deep breaths. Deep breaths relax the nervous system and tell your body that you're safe. There's no danger near you. Some days I need help. And some days I really struggle with not being able to protect my child all the time from all angles, even though I know that is impossible. I rarely make plans. If you see us on vacation somewhere, especially without kids, it's more often than not my husband that signed us up, not me. There are days that I want to run away and not be the mama, but when it comes down to it, I can barely leave. If you follow us religiously, you know that Russell made plans for us this past February to go to Mexico with friends. And as the date to leave grew near, I grew more and more reluctant and contemplated canceling the whole thing when Paisley started growing through some extra things the end of January. And then if you've been following us and remember, God thought he was really funny. Just when I felt I couldn't leave Paisley, he put me in a game I couldn't not play and said, game on. My brother ended up almost dead, and I had to be his person and accompany him to Billings for some treatment. And God proved to me that I could be away from Paisley. The week before Mexico, he sent me to Montana for 4 days and showed me that the world didn't end and everyone, including Paisley, was fine. So the next week we went to Mexico and everyone, again, including Paisley, was fine. Now as we have plans I actually have made and I am excited about that are coming up, I am again growing anxious and I'm afraid to leave my kids and afraid to not be with Paisley and be available to her all the time. I trust just about no one with Paisley and worry about her incessantly, especially when I'm far from her and I'm unable to make the decisions about where she's going and what she's doing. So even though I signed us up for a trip for the first time in a long time, as it comes near, as excited as I am, I also want to cancel and keep my child to myself. I am the mama, and I have issues. and I own them and I know them. I want to protect her at all costs from everything and everyone. I recently learned that I have post-traumatic stress disorder from parenting Paisley. Responses from the trauma she has endured in her lifetime have developed this in me. It now means that I have big feelings and really big reactions when it comes to things that involve Paisley, which actually makes a lot of sense because my reactions are typically an overreaction to a situation. They probably do not seem normal to most people, like canceling a trip to stay home or letting her skip school and spend the day in my 200 square foot office with me because she needs me that day. When we're young and don't have kids and it's easy to judge, we say things like, I would never this, or I would never that. And then you actually have kids and you get proven wrong over and over again. And you actually would do this or that. So never say never. As a mom, you are the person that knows everything, inside out and backwards. So you are the one that gets to make the decisions. Even though I said we don't own them, they are not ours, and that is true. It is also true that we were trusted, that they were trusted to us to make the decisions, not anyone else. Remember that. And trust your gut. Trust your first instinct. And do what you think is best, no matter what. Remember that God put you in the game, in this position. Maybe you become the mom that when your child is a baby, you tell people that she's missing her right hand before they see it for themselves and are shocked. Or maybe there comes a day that you want people to know so much of her life as a form of protection that you start a blog to tell people that going to school is hard for some kids. A blog to help explain her behavior choices and responses. A blog that now helps you cope and process being the mom. You do anything you can think of to protect them from anything and everyone. You make decisions like camping with people you hardly know isn't the best idea because she needs safe spaces. Or you let her stay home from school because no one will bother her. Or make fun of her at home. Some days you bring out all the crazy and talk about homeschool, even when you said you would never. Some days you might go to the dean of students at the school and tell them that your daughter is being difficult in a class and not getting written up, and that's not helpful. Those free passes are nice, but they're not good for her. And then other days you go to parent-teacher conferences and inform all her teachers that she gets rude comments and made fun of daily. And they have no clue that that has even been going on. Mamas, deep down, do everything they can possibly think of to protect their children from as much as they can while still letting them live their lives freely. It's a fine line, and it's complicated, but you do it. You do all of it. So in honor of Mother's Day this coming weekend, do all the things. Do all the things you can for as long as you can, and always trust your gut. If you are in tune and pay attention, deep down you know. You know how to be a mama. Be the mama. So I encourage you to go to the youdon'tneed10.com website if you've never been there before. Check out all the stuff that we have going on. And happy Mother's Day this coming week. And thank you for listening.